It doesn't matter if you love men or X-M-E-N. Just put your claws in. Because, baby, you were born this way. Professor told me when I was young, I was born with superpowers. I slick my hair, put some spandex on. There ain't no yellow suits like ours. Government thinks that we're a threat. They don't have the right to say. You can't shoot laser beams out of your head. You might have trouble getting laid. I'm a mutant, not gay. I think I made a mistake, but I'm an X-Man, baby. I was born this way. Now hide yourself in our school. Iceman keeps it so cool. We are the X-Men, baby. We were born this way. In the Blackbird Flyway, blow your mind just like Jean Grey. Baby, we were born this way. Havoc's gonna save the day with the black plasma ray. The X-Men, baby, we were born this way. The mutant can't be too ugly or strange. Just look at all the X-M-E-N. Hey, hey, hey. But love their powers, love their costumes, and hat ihr verwiesen euch an Yiddish. Being a mutant is great, we all internally date. Then make some X-Men babies, yeah, they're born that way. Don't you know who that is? He's the juggernaut bitch. Dancing mutants, baby, we were born this way. Raise up the claws like Wolverine, or let it out with a banshee scream. Red blue steel or hairy chest, scaly pores or diamond breasts. If your super abilities killed your friends or families, just lay low with us today. 'Cause baby, we kinda stuck no this matter way. Good, bad, or both, Team X and Team Magneto, we can be best friends except for that douchebag Pyro. We made a movie again, Wolverine Origin. Was a fluke, now first class is an epic way. In the Blackbird Flyway, blow your mind, we are the X-Men, baby, we were born this way. We were born this way, hey, we were born this way. The X-Men, baby, we were born this way. We were born this way, hey, we were born this way. The X-Men, baby, we were born this way. We were born this way, hey, we were born this way. The X-Men, baby, we were born this way. We were born this way, hey, we were born this way. The X-Men, baby, we were born this way.
You're good, Adam.
Awesome sauce! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we proudly bring to you Awesome Sauce Radio with the mentally undeveloped party host, line out on the comic page. Hope you all guys are all having a beautiful, lovely Wednesday evening. I hope you all had an amazing new comic book day. I hope you enjoyed your Titty Tuesday so far this week. Hope you get ready for your Taco Thursday, whatever the fuck that is. But before we get into the heart of the matter, I'd like to thank a couple of the sponsors, and then we'll get this party started. I'd like to thank the Marco's Pizza. The Marco's Pizza is the greatest pizzeria in all of Northern New Jersey, possibly the universe, maybe even the multiverse. The Marco's Pizza's got pizza and spaghetti and cheese and mozzarella sticks and calzones, calamari, whatever the heck that is. They're looking at 1926 Union Road, New Jersey 07421. Their phone number is 973-728-1344. And if you mention the podcast or Blind Adam, you get a free order of garlic knots. I am going to do a review video on the garlic knots, maybe on Saturday. Maybe do an Instagram live with the real Blind Adam with the garlic knots. Because the garlic knots are an orgy of flavor in your mouth with butter and garlic. They're just amazing. I highly recommend them. So, come on. Let's have a ball at the Marco's Pizza, 1926 Union Road, New Jersey 07421. 973-728-1344. Then until we get pizza from the Marcos, we're gonna take a field trip. We're gonna take a field trip to Exotica. Because the Exotica Expo starts its 2025 tour on April 11th through the 13th over in Chicago, Illinois. You're going to have porn stars. Some good friends of the show will be there, like Cherry Nor and Nora Nova. I think Riz River said she's going to be there. I'll go for a list by next week for that. But there's going to be porn stars and seminars. Ladies getting free for Friday night. And there'll be meet and greets and ball jobs and hand jobs and alcohol and after parties and more porn stars and marijuana. And then after you go to Exotica Expo in Chicago on April 11th through 12th, you go up the street to C2E2, get your comics on, and you get some big titty cosplayers. Exotica Expo, April 11th, 12th, 13th. Come to the greatest convention in the universe. Testify. And after we get our Exotica on, we can always go to Bird City Comics. Bird City Comics. They're awesome. They're amazing. They got exclusives. They got ratios. I think they just dropped a number of Mark Spears' book today. But they're awesome and amazing. And that's how they roll. And then after we do all that, we're a good friend of the show. He was a guest on the show last week. What's up, Sam Quentin, sir? But Tippy and our time traveling magic mushrooms #2. The Kickstarter is live now in living color. Did not realize last week that they had a video on the Kickstarter. I would have played it if I knew. He's got this hot chick doing a really cool video. I got 18 days left on the Kickstarter. They're 25% funded at this point at over $2,000. Their goal is 10. This is going to be the only place where you get the not safe for work stuff. And it's going to be awesome. It's going to be amazing. So let's all support Tippy and our time traveling magic mushrooms #2. Get it on the Kickstarter. And after we get our mushrooms on, I wonder if magic mushrooms would work on a person. Maybe we'll do an experiment here on the podcast later in the year. After I have my cataract surgery and all that. But we always need lap dances and beers and steak in that order. And when we want all that good stuff, yeah. We got flash dances, baby.
You're good.
What's that?
You're back.
All right. Because I think it's going to make a consensus of the ASR community that I never sing Kumbaya on this show ever again.
Something was going on with the I couldn't find the mute button, but you're back.
Okay. So as always, I don't do this alone. I do have a tag team partner. He makes wheelchairs great again. He is a Puerto Rican guy. He's a sexy wheelchair god himself. Loves his tattoos. The one, the only, JB Wheels.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday.
How you doing, my brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
How has your week been so far?
Not too bad, man. Not too bad at all.
It's just like you. It sounds like you've also been having a long week and day.
Yeah, for sure.
I hear that. Yeah, man. I just want to give everyone a quick update that I will not be set up at the Wayne Comic Expo this Sunday, but I will be hanging out there, handing out flyers. I have a pre-cataract surgery thing going on Friday, so that everyone can please send some positive and healing vibes on that. I'd appreciate that. I'm not nervous about it, but I'm trying to keep my expectations and my hopes low. If they remove the cataracts, they claim it will bring more light into the optic nerve, and there's a chance that it might improve my sight by a little bit. What's left of my vision? It's, like I said, I have RP. RP is a degenerative condition, and 3 to 5% of my vision I have left. Well, either that will get brighter or it will improve it. So I just want to get my hopes up. I'll settle for just having the cataracts removed, so it doesn't take away the last 3 to 5%. Because just like with my penis, it's not the size, it's how it's used, and that goes the same way with what's left of my vision. That's how we roll, and we test it. What I got on first on bat for the agenda tonight?
The Daredevil images of number 40 and 58.
All right. Number 40 and number 58. I know you did not watch episode 4, but are you at least caught up to episode 3?
Yes.
All right, good. I don't have to pass the images up because there's a reason I brought these 2 books up. What did you think of episode 3?
I thought episode 3 was amazing. Obviously it was the last time we saw the White Tiger actor on screen. Rest in peace.
Yeah, definitely rest in peace. I think his illness is the reason they did the character. They decided to do the character the way they did with the rewrites.
Yeah.
And it's been a week. His ass gets capped at the end. Like it does.
that was wild.
Yes, just like it does in the comic book, issue 40. That's the reason I brought that image up. And they changed it a little bit for the show, but it's still a bit pretty much like he gets fucked up by the police. And then issue 58, which his sister takes it over for a little bit, and her name was mentioned in court. Yeah, winds up inheriting it. And that in issue 58 is the first time that happens.
Nice.
And then I want to go any more into the family history because it will kind of list. As I think what they're going to do with this show towards the end of the season is his niece is going to wind up inheriting the amulet.
We'll see, man.
Yep. Vincent D'Onofrio is the man. His performance as Wilson Fisk is just amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with that.
The Herbert Glenn, which was never my favorite romance of Daredevil's in the comics, is growing on me here for Over Media. Having her be a therapist for the show, because in the comics she was more of a socialite than a businesswoman. I'm just wondering if and when her comic book fate is going to happen in the show. It's not a good idea to be a girlfriend of Daredevil's. You all want them dead.
That's what I'm.
In the comic books, Karen Page gets killed. Elektra dies. One of his ex-wives is in a mental institution for getting driven insane. Herbert Glenn in the comics actually winds up committing suicide. I think Actually, in the comic books, he actually dated Kristen McDuffie, who's the his law partner for Born Again. And the only thing I'm still finding a little weird, and because I only knew certain things beforehand up to like episode 5. Is they bring back Karen and Foggy for like one maybe 2 episodes so far. But like I said, the best is yet to come. I really don't want to say much more without spoiling it, but I'm loving Daredevil.
Yeah.
One of the best things that Marvel's done in a couple years.
For sure.
At least show-wise.
I can agree.
This may be the best show since Hawkeye. Maybe Moon Knight.
I'd go Moon Knight, to be honest. Hawkeye was cool, but it wasn't like,
Just when it comes to like actual comics proper, I'm a bigger fan of Hawkeye than I am Moon Knight.
For sure.
And there are certain aspects of the character that, if we do finally ever get season 2, I want to see him to go into more, which is more the schizophrenia, mental illness type stuff, where he switches his personalities a little bit more.
Got you. I mean, I'm hoping. Rumor is they keep talking about it, so.
Oh yeah, and so I keep on hearing. I know it's on the slate for a season 2.
Yeah.
I still kind of wish overall Marvel would scale back just a tad.
Especially with the new lineup, you don't even know where it would fall. So.
So that's good. I know I said briefly last week I saw Captain America: Brave New World, which I don't understand the critic.
Yeah.
It wasn't the best movie, but it was actually still a fun ride. And I'm hoping that we get an extended cut. That's the one thing I was looking forward to. Hopefully it gets released as its own little deleted scene. I have a friend who's going to the Fanatics thing out for WrestleMania.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I sent him like a Captain America Brave New World poster. So tell me how much it's going to cost to get that signed by Seth, and I'll pay him for it.
It's going to be a busy weekend.
It is. I was thinking of going out there that weekend, but the only time I was able to schedule my hematologist was that fucking Monday.
Yep.
So even if I was going to go get tickets for the Raw after Mania, as soon as I saw that was the only available appointment they had, and it's a new doctor.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
I think getting pegged by Blake Blossom in the future will be more fun, but that's besides the point.
Well,
Blake can do whatever she wants to me. She can kick me square in the balls, tie me up, put me face down, ass up, hit my fat ass with a baseball bat 2 times, Harley Quinn style, and have her way with me. Blake Blossom is awesome.
That is true, man. She's a delight.
Yes, she is. One of these days, I'm just gonna have to start clipping these things and setting up so I can tweet them.
Yeah, just make a compilation.
And this is the. Every time that Adam mentioned you on his podcast.
Yep, legit.
So that's like I said. Daredevil's been great. When it's on Disney Plus, check out Captain America. It was decent.
Yeah, I'm still waiting. Waiting for it to leak.
Yep.
Like,
Carlos Esposito was a fucking badass as Sidewinder.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he's gonna be at Wizard Fan Expo Philly, so I might you're gonna get some. I have some stuff for him to get signed that I can resell, and hopefully maybe I can do some guerrilla podcasting and ask him a quick question.
That's cool.
Just walk there with the glasses and be like, "No, the glasses aren't on. The glasses aren't recording right now."
That'd be cool though. Yo, Niobe Comics in the building.
Niobe, what's up, brother? Yeah, everyone, check out Niobe Comics. I think he's got a new Kickstarter for Niobe something coming out. Sorry, Larry. I way too many Kickstarters to pay attention to so little time. What is next on the hit list?
Aladdin.
All right. It's time to start ruining some people's childhoods. Because they're one of the greatest retired pornographic parody companies in the world. That would be Woodrocker Productions. Shout out to April O'Neil and Leroy Myers. They did an Aladdin porn parody, and we just got to play the trailer because it's awesome. Sauce! Us Janie's need to get laid too.
And we're back.
And Aladdin, the porn parody of Woodrocker is awesome. Sauce! Like I said, they put out some great stuff. They have a SpongeBob one, which I'll wait for next week on that. They have they made a Lego porn parody. Which, of course, they did one of my favorites, which is Mr. Roger Rimjob Neighborhood. 10-Inch Mutant Ninja Turtles by a good friend of the show, April O'Neil, is something I always recommend. She also produced, starred, and wrote a Doctor Who porn parody, which is amazing. Can't go wrong with Woodrocker, man.
Nah, it'd be cool to get like April on here to talk about like Wood Rocket and behind the scenes stuff, or like things that like.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Unfortunately, April, like, is it? I don't even think she checks her email all that often.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I mean, I hardly see her on social all that more either.
That's true too.
It's like I rarely see her on social. I mean, I have a mutual. I'm going to talk to a mutual friend of mine, and that was that'd be one of the episodes I'd be willing to, rent the one studio I know of that I've been wanting to work with for a while. That's a shared universe podcast studio over at Red Bank, New Jersey, owned by comic man himself, Ming Chen. So I'm going to try that route for it. And I might actually want to try that, for the one time I know that her and I will be in the same building, definitely. And that's not going to be till at least October.
Yeah, that's always tough.
Just be like, here's $100. Here's $100, a $100 gift card to any one of your favorite pizzeria here. I just grab her enough pizza and tequila. I think we'll be okay. And I'm not touching tequila because after the age of 40, tequila just kills you.
Yeah, I was thinking of an idea, but I don't think it'll work.
Yeah, what's your idea, man?
So, no, because my thing was, why does Exotica like mostly have people like do interviews on the floor? I was thinking maybe, I don't know if they would ever do this, but because of scheduling and whatnot, I was thinking maybe like they could get like a media room or something. And
Well, the only place where I think they'd be willing to do a media room, and I think they would have to, like, they can put a media room right next to the VIP lounge.
yeah, but that would be hard because it's open floor.
That's right. The reason I don't think they do a media room is because of the venue they have.
That's true. Yeah, but couldn't they? There's a bunch of rooms in there. Where they do the.
You know where they do the seminars?
Yeah, like why can't you just? You know what I mean? I don't know.
I've been pitching the idea to Dan. Shout out to Dan over at Expos, who I love to death. Exotica Expo is one of the best comic book / multimedia events to go to during the year. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought about it, but I understand.
Because it's not just because I'm sure if I set depending on who it is, if I set it up like ahead of time, I can say let's meet here and do the interview.
Yeah.
Like, even if I had to go to say like the Sheraton lobby, like during the day where it's not being after party central.
That's true. Something, I don't know.
Like I said, I was thinking of, like I said, depending on where our finances are and everything, I was thinking of doing a off-site little studio, because I do have a scene or two I want to film that weekend this year if I can.
Yeah.
And that's only because it's the one guaranteed time where I cut out almost $500 to fucking travel expenses.
Jesus.
And hotels for talent. So I believe I have another Wood Rocket trailer.
Yes,
correct?
The Hellraiser trailer.
Yeah, now this was the one I watched this and I was like, what the heck did I just because I was just looking around, I was like, has there ever been a porn parody of a horror movie? And then this came up.
Putting it in now.
Sweet.
Should be there, actually.
What's that?
I got it.
Awesome sauce. Hellraiser Triple X. Wood Rocket Production.
Here we are, home sweet home.
I thought you'd be out running bitch errands. The kind of bitches do.
Well, I finished those, and I'm back now.
New beginning. One where you didn't have sex with my brother. Well, it's a good thing he's dead now. Died in the attic right upstairs, actually.
Interdimensional evil box. Box.
What a dick.
Thanks.
It's doing that 1980s sci-fi neon swirly thing. That means something's gonna happen.
I'm gonna go look and see if there's any doors that are missing doorknobs, so later we can play a game of whose dick is in that door hole. It's Larry's dick.
What did the chronic masturbator say to the Swiss cheese? Holy fuck!
Oh, hey there, you.
I'm here like NWO for life.
I was Netflix and chili, and now I'm interdimensional materializing and PO.
Really, I've been looking all over for you. So I was downstairs, I was trying to find the perfect glory hole, and I'm like, what's the perfect thing that I can stick my dick into?
I summoned you here, evil penis head.
Right. And just come over here and give me a little kiss on my penis mouth.
Oh, Frank, slimy talking penis. Let's do it.
I have such sights to show you in my pants.
No harm in a little floor cum.
I expected it to be pierced. Oh, penis head.
And we're back.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
Like I said, the jokes in there were a little cheesy, but you know.
there we go.
What's that?
My audio's back. We're good.
All right, cool. Yeah, like I said, the jokes in there are a little cheesy at times.
A little bit.
You know, that Swiss cheese joke made me almost fall off my chair though.
Yeah. The NWO line got me, honestly.
Yeah,
I wasn't expecting that.
you know, I'm actually surprised that Wood Rocket, during their tenure, did not do a wrestling parody.
Yo, shout out to Daisy Ducati. She's like in everything that they've produced, huh?
What's that?
Daisy Ducati is in like everything that they produced, it seems.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Like I said, they were. But if anyone wants to watch the full movies, they are on Pornhub for free, because that was the deal that Wood Rocket had. Especially with some of their bigger things like Beaverdale, which was a Riverdale parody, and just great stuff. Of course, if you ever find them on cheap on eBay, the Golden Gilf coloring books are well worth the money.
Mm.
You know, that's just how it is, man. Like I said, I'm not thinking of how I can get April on the show. Yeah, because like I said, it's a shame that I don't think I'm going to be able to make it to Chicago, because I would, just go like, give me a number that's fair for both of us, and here's a check. Amazon, stop. And April's one of the few people in the industry I'd be willing to do that for.
Hell yeah.
And to talk to, I would just be like, hey, come to my house. Just like, tell my parents, like, this is my friend April. She makes porn. Just keep your mouth shut, because if you ever want me to move another couch again, I don't know. I feel like I'm the Ben Grimm of my family. So all I'm good for lately is move this couch. Can you please help us carry this heavy box in the house?
It's crazy.
But yeah, that, like I said, I love my family, so I don't mind. But just lately, it's just like, we just bought a day bed. We need you to help us bring it in the house. Yeah, but that's what it is.
For sure.
We all need to hug our loved ones and appreciate the people we have in our lives while they're there.
Absolutely.
You just like, you never know. So what is next on the hit list?
The Foxy Lady.
You know what? I finally figured out. Let's show the commercial first, and then I'll explain why this is on here. Foxy Lady's great strip club in Providence, Rhode Island. I highly recommend them. I interned there at college.
Commercial in 3, 2, 1.
Eggs and Legs. Friday mornings between 6:30 and 11 a.m. As we begin. But the reason I put that on here is because for my 10-year celebration, I'm thinking of going where Awesome Sauce Radio was born. And it was born at the Foxy Lady and my dorm room up at Johnson Mills University.
Yeah.
You brought your clothes in here?
Yep.
I'm like, who's throwing these clothes in here?
I got you.
Oh, you put them away?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Pardon. We're back.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sometime between now and May, I gotta work on scheduling everything. I said everything in my life will be dependent on how Friday rolls with the cataract surgery, with timetables and all that. But I'm gonna go back to the Foxy Lady, and I'm gonna get me some eggs, like an omelet with cheese, and a nice heart-shaped bun, some bacon, some toast, a mimosa. Because wine is nothing but glorified fruit punch. But champagne and orange juice is like champion stuff. Fuck it. Mimosas are awesome. It's what real pimps drink. And then I'm gonna get titties on my face. And I think I'm gonna see how I can do a little bit of a live episode at the Foxy Lady to celebrate 10 years of podcasting. I'm gonna talk to them. So I think they may have changed owners in the last 23 years.
I can imagine.
Yeah. I know they had some problems back in 2017, 18-ish. And then they won their case with the city of Providence. Let's see if I can hire some college kid off of Craigslist to be my eyes and, get nostalgic for college.
There we go.
which was a good time. But yeah, everyone, if you're in the Rhode Island area, check out the Foxy Lady. Tell them what I'm sent you. And like I said, I'm definitely doing something there. I just don't know what yet. You know, what do I have next on the hit list?
The Cartman image.
All right, I want to give a shout out to Danielle Lane, who's one of my artists, and her son. You know, this is for now on. If you see me at comic book conventions and I have 50% off boxes, this is the image that will be used. This will also be an image for a T-shirt, just because I can. But this is the Eric Cartman. But I'm gonna honor the joke. If I'm gonna ask everyone who their name is. If you says Kyle, you can get it for 50%. You can have 69% off. Because 69 is a magical number too. Everyone wants to wind up at a 69. Recognize. No, but what do you think of the image, bro?
I think it's cool. I think she did a fantastic Cartman.
Yeah, it's actually her son's whose name I forget, but he's 17. He wants to be a comic book artist.
Nice.
And you know, yeah. So I just like, finally decided to use it.
That's good.
You know, but yeah. I guess that's cool ideas for things coming up for things. So I'm looking forward to it.
Nice.
Yeah, did you see the trailer for Last of Us Season 2 yet?
I haven't seen the full thing. I've seen like clips, obviously, but
before we even show the trailer and all that, are you excited for Season 2?
yeah, man, I'm excited. I don't know how much of the game we're getting, but that's the fun part. I hope we don't get the big thing from the game in Season 2.
Yeah, I feel it's a little soon for that.
Yeah, I think we hold off on that for a little bit. But I'm excited, man. I was excited ever since Last of Us Season 1 dropped.
Season 1, and I have not played. Just like Pedro Pascal, I haven't played the game either.
Yeah.
And I guess not me talking shit about Pedro. There is an article saying that he had the concept of the Last of Us explained to him because he never played the game.
Nah, but you know, even if you see the game on YouTube and you understand the story, I think they did really well. I don't play the game obviously because of my startle reflex, but you know.
Yeah, I hear you. Just like I am gonna start pitching an idea to Be My Eyes, which is a volunteer app on the phone where someone who's sighted will be a visually impaired person's eyes. They have volunteers for blind people who want to play video games.
That'd be nice.
Because if they can help blind, because if they have an entire department set aside for people building Legos, it's only one step up.
Very true.
So I had to use them to help me read a piece of mail. And I was going through the different. So I started fucking around with the different sections on it. It's good. I'm like, wow, they have a whole. They'll let someone actually help you build Lego sets. It's like interesting.
That's super cool.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Let's show the trailer.
You guys ready?
Yep.
You okay?
Yeah.
This is where we live. What's that?
The fence.
What's inside?
People.
What's outside?
Monsters.
By the time the sun comes up tomorrow, there's a very good chance you'll be dead. You're gonna lose.
Don't you know what he did? You swore.
Unreal.
I can't wait. Bella Ramsey's the MVP of the fucking series.
Yeah, I'm excited. Funny enough, I did see the trailer. I just completely forgot about it. But yeah, man, Pascal's been killing it lately. So
It just sounds. I think he's getting typecasted as a father figure.
he's been killing it. He's got a movie with Dakota Johnson and Chris Evans coming out.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for that. That looks pretty dope too. Like I said, I know that there's a company called SWAU that's doing a signing with him, which I think may or may not be sold out by now. And he was charging like $350.
I mean, Stone Cold's charging the same thing for whatever at WrestleMania.
Really?
No, he's charging. I think it's either the WrestleMania thing or is it the Fanatics Fest?
No, I think that may be the Fanatics Fest.
That's Fanatics Fest. So you're looking at $400 for just a photo op with Stone Cold.
You know, watch. Like I said, I have August to think about that.
Yeah, but I would kind of start, seeing where you are financially now, because
I know. I mean,
WWE is gonna sell out quick.
You know, I can't remember the last time at any pop culture event that Stone Cold has been at for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And I don't think he doesn't do a lot of appearances.
No.
In meet and greets and autograph type stuff. The Pedro thing is a private signing.
Oh, okay.
Once again, someone else who's, because of his schedule, probably doesn't. The only convention I know he does for sure is San Diego Comic-Con.
For sure.
And it's usually for whatever he's contracted to be there for. So I know, I think last year for the Fantastic Four, I think they had one signing at the Marvel booth for the Fantastic Four cast, and I heard it was a clusterfuck. It was like the Hunger Games.
I can't imagine.
Which most of those bigger signings at New York or San Diego are. I mean, you saw even with that Fanatics last year how quick things sell out.
I mean, yeah, I knew WWE was going to sell out, so I didn't expect it to be as quick, but then again, I realized I'm not the only WWE fan in town, so it's understandable.
I also want to give a shout out to a video I saw to Tiffany Stratton. I just couldn't re-find it in time. Where she was, basically signing this little. Don't know how old the kid was, but she was signing a belt for a little kid that survived cancer. which I thought was just amazing.
I think she's gonna be there as well. If my
Yeah,
memory
Tiffany's done all the appearances. She's in the Mad now.
For
I've gotten into the character.
Yeah, she's great. She's fantastic.
Yep. The only thing I was still not getting, still not understanding.
Oh, wait a second.
What?
Isn't there a big like Comic-Con in June?
Yeah, there is.
What day is that? I'll look it up.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of which one it is. I know there's that expo in the beginning of the month.
I don't think it's New York Comic-Con, right?
I think there's so many conventions around that time period.
Yeah, because Fanatics is actually in June.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's June 20th.
You know what? I'm gonna have to look at the entire convention calendar.
Yeah.
Sometime in the next couple days. I'm gonna have to wait to Saturday to do it, just because, like I said, my priority is getting the cataracts removed.
Oh yeah.
You know, so to anyone who I'm doing business with right now, you know, if I'm a little delayed in getting back to you, it's because of that, and just because I got a few health things I'm finally taking care of, and a few you know, sometimes life just happens, and I apologize. You know, I try to be as, you know, JB can contest to this. I try to be as professional as possible. I try to be a man of my word, but sometimes, you know, I got two senior citizen parents I take care of, and help them with shit around the house all day. I got my other shit, so you know, some things do fall. I do apologize for that.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm only human.
If you're looking for Rhea Ripley, she's only appearing on Sunday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What is her autograph fee gonna be?
I have no idea. I would have to buy the ticket first.
Oh, really? They're doing it that way again?
Yeah, they don't leak a lot of stuff. You have to buy like the ticket to get in, and then you're able to like look at. Or hold on, I have to buy the ticket.
That would make sense for Fanatics, because Fanatics is a part of Reed Pop. So
Friday adult, Sunday. Jesus Lord. Yeah, I'm looking
how
at
much are the tickets to get in this year?
$69 just for one day.
All right.
So then you're looking at maybe $80 with tax.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And then whatever the photo ops are, but yeah, it's too much. I mean, I'm thankful that Fanatics seems to be something that'll come back every year. So
yeah, you know, like I said, I would have to see, because I'm taking care of some financial stuff on the behind the scenes.
Yeah. I mean, we all are, to be honest.
Yeah, you know, so and even if I like some of the autographs, I can turn around and like resell.
Yeah.
Like I can make special prints and shit like that. Or if it's on an action figure, I can put it in the eBay store and whatnot. Or do my claim sales here on Instagram. Photo ops it's nothing more than an ego stroke, and being able to blast out on social media every 2 weeks. Like I just refound my Ric Flair picture, which will be going back on the socials. You know, as I said, there are some people but if I have a chance in Stone Cold, I might take it. I know, because like I said, he doesn't really do much as far as meet and greets and whatnot normally. So that is basically it. You know, last but not least, fast food can go fuck itself. Fast food, the prices have gotten way too high. 2 value meals at Burger King shouldn't cost $24.99. God damn it! I mean, I thought fast food was supposed to be cheap, but their cheeseburgers are awesome. And with that, JB, where can the audience find you? John?
Clickable button, exit solo.
I think I lost JB. It's interesting. Yeah, Johnny. Johnny! Yeah, I think his mic is muted.
It was, ladies and gentlemen. Bring it back. If you want to follow me, you can follow me at everywhere. Literally everywhere at IamJBWheels. If you need tattoo aftercare, make sure you use the code at JBWheels at madrabbit.com.
20% off, everybody.
I believe so.
Yep. Yeah, last time I checked, it was still 20% off. So
there we go.
Yep. You can all follow me at Instagram at The Real Blind Adam, Minivids at Blind Adam, eBay /Blind Adam, Twitter/X, or whatever the fuck they call themselves now, The Comic Pimp, Whatnot Comic VIP, and awesome-auce-radio.com is coming soon. To Alien Rob over at Abduction Wine, Parting of the Movie. I hope your foot gets better soon. Yeah, so I'll keep him in our thoughts and prayers because he broke his foot over the weekend. So, you're in my thoughts and prayers, buddy. We'll be in touch. Remember, you don't need set to have a vision. It's not what happens to you, it's what you do about it. Keep one foot in the gutter, one fist in the goal. Love you all. Blind Adam out.